Good afternoon to Chairman and fellow director. I am Miss Amira, Company Secretary of CP Dynasty Berhad. Before we start our meeting, I would like to take attendance by calling your name. Please answer present when your name is being called. Thank you. Danish Hanif,
Present.
Hisham Azman,
Present.
Amira Shamsil, Alina binti Abu Bakar,
Present.
Khalid bin Osman,
Present.
Suresh Kumar, absent, Razman bin Mohsin,
Present.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for your presence here today. Let me introduce myself before we start the meeting. I am Danish Harif, Chairman of GP Dynasty Berhad, and I will be chairing this meeting today. The purpose of this meeting is to discuss some issue regarding our company and some matter to be confirmed before the 6th annual general meeting. Since this is virtual meeting, there are some rules to be informed. During the meeting, please ensure your turn on your video all the time and unmute yourself to speak. Please make sure your environment is free for interaction. Thank you for your kind cooperation. Before we begin, I would like to know if there are any. Amira, could you please confirm the attendance of quorum?
everyone is present in this meeting. I am pleased to confirm the presence of the quorum as at the commencement of the meeting.
Alright. Thank you, Ms. Amira. We proceed with the meeting now. Before we start, I would like to confirm if there are any matter arise from the previous minute of meeting. No? Hence, everyone accept and approve the previous minute, right?
Yes, we are okay with it.
Yes, we are okay with it. Yes.
Okay, since the requisite quorum is being present, I hereby call the meeting to order. Can everyone introduce yourself before we start the meeting? Let us start from Mr. Hisham.
Sure. My name is Hisham Azman as a Managing Director of a GP Dynasty Berhad.
My name is Alina binti Abu Bakar as an Executive Director of GP Dynasty Berhad.
Alright, my name is Khalid bin Osman as a Non-Executive Director of GP Dynasty Berhad.
My name is Razman bin Mohansen, Executive Director of Chicken Dynasty Berhad.
Good. Let's proceed. The notice of board meeting as already sent to all directors. If there any objection, please raise your hand. Since there is no objection, I declare the notice of board meeting to taken as read. Ms. Amira, could you please briefly explain about it?
Totally, we will have 9 agenda in this meeting as shown in the slide. We will mainly discuss the matter about audited financial statement director, auditor, issue of share, declaration to remove a director, and some preparation of seat AGM. Does anyone have any question regarding this agenda?
No
No.
question.
No question.
Okay, since the resolution will be resolved via voting, Ms. Amira, could you please briefly explain the voting procedure to us?
Sure, Datuk Danish. When Datuk Danish call for a vote on the resolution letter, please raise your hand. One director shall be only entitled to one vote. If the majority among the 5 directors agree with this resolution, the resolution is said to be passed. Any question regarding to this procedure?
No
No
question.
question.
Okay, then I will pass back to our chairman to start our agenda.
Alright, thanks, Ms. Amira. Let us move to the first agenda, which is to approve the audited financial statement for the year ended 30 September 2020. Since the external auditor is not able to attend the meeting today, can we have our managing director to present on the audited financial statement for the year ended 30 September 2020? Please, Mr. Hisham.
Sure, Dr. Danish. The auditor has passed the overall review to me. Let me share it to you all. In the audited financial statement of the Chipi Dynasty Berhad for the year ended 30 September 2020, they have concluded that the financial statement of our company give a true and fair view in accordance with Malaysian financial reporting standards and the requirement of the Companies Act 2016 in Malaysia.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham. Are there any questions regarding the audited financial statement?
I have a question. After I review the statement of profit or loss, why are the advertisement costs high in 2020 compared to 2019?
Okay, Miss Alina, thank you for your question. As we can see, the sales for the 2019 is lower than 2020 due to the low marketing activity. Therefore, the company decided to spend more on advertisement costs in the year 2020 in order to attract more customer attention and interest on our product. As a result, the sales in 2020 has been increased.
Thank you for your explanation.
Any other question regarding this agenda?
No.
No.
Alright. I hope everyone is clear on the audited financial statement. If there are no more questions, then I will put the resolution for the voting. For those who agree to approve the audited financial statement, please raise up your hand.
Datuk Danish, all agree to approve the audited financial statement.
Thank you, Ms. Amira. I declare the resolution to approve the audited financial statement for year ended 30 September 2020 is passed. So, the audited financial statement will be presented in the next AGM. Let us move on the second agenda of this meeting. We will discuss the approval of report or statement related to financial statement. Can we have again our managing director to present on the report or statement related to financial statement?
Sure, Datuk Danish. The reports or statement related to the financial statement, such as director report and auditor report, give a true and fair view to the shareholder regarding to our company performance.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham. Are there any question regarding the report or statement related to financial statement?
No.
No.
Alright. If there are no more questions, then I will put the resolution for the voting. For those who agree to approve the report or statement related to financial statement, please raise up your hand.
Datuk Danish, all agree to approve the report or statement related to the financial statement.
Thank you, Ms. Amira. I declare that the resolution to approve the report or statement related to financial statement is passed. So, the report or statement related to financial statement will be presented in the next AGM. We will move to our next agenda, which is to discuss the re-election of director. Ms. Amira, may you give some explanation about this event?
Sure, Datuk Danish. In every subsequent year, 1/3 of the member of board of director shall be retired from the board during AGM. We should propose 2% among you all retired during the AGM. Now we need to decide who should retire from the board this year.
So, how do we decide who to retire, Ms. Amira?
The director to be retired shall be the director who has been the longest in the office since the last election. Although Mr. Hisham has been the longest in the office since the last election, he shall not be retired because a managing director is not subject to retirement by rotation. I will suggest Datuk Dennis to retire by rotation as he has been the second longest in the office in the last election. I will also suggest Mr. Razman to retire as he is the additional director which is appointed outside AGM.
If I remember correctly, even if retired, they are still eligible for re-election for the next AGM, right?
Yes, Datuk Danish, the retired director shall be eligible for re-election as he is not disqualified, so they are still eligible for re-election at the next AGM.
So, Mr. Razman and I will be retired in upcoming AGM. I agree to be retired and it is my honor to re-elect back in the coming AGM. Mr. Razman, do you accept the retirement and seek for re-election in the coming AGM?
Yes, I accept the retirement and wish to be back in the next AGM. I hope that I can continue working with you all and Swiss for the company.
So, those who agree with the re-election of Mr. Razman and me, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting, all agree to this resolution.
Alright, thank you all. This resolution has been passed. Board has given approval to Mr. Razman and me to retire and re-elect back in coming AGM. Now we move on to the fourth agenda, which is to discuss the director fees and benefit for the coming year. I will recommend those fee remain on the same amount as the previous year. Miss Amira, can you explain further?
Sure, Mr. Danish. As shown in this slide, if the amount remains the same as previous year, then the proposed monthly salary for executive director is 12,000 and the remuneration for the non-executive director is 90,000 per annum. While for the proposed benefit in kind for the executive director is 2,600 per annum and for the non-executive director is 235,000 per annum. In total, this will cost 612,000 for the director fee and 1,250,000 for director benefit in the year 2021. Are there any suggestion or comment on this issue?
I have opinion. Is it possible for us to reduce the director fees and benefit by 10% as compared to the last year? This might help to reduce the company expenditure and channel this fund to the other important matters as currently due to the COVID-19, our company could not operate as usual and we still need to bear and fix the expenditure. Based on my calculation, after reduced by 10%, the total director fee is 550,800 and the total director benefit is 1.125 million in the 2021, where we will have some extra in this year to cover the expenditure due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Well, Mr. Hisham's opinion can also be taken into consideration because the COVID-19 pandemic has caused our company could not operate as normal during the past MCO. In the few months, I think our company is also facing a huge loss as we still need to bear the expenditure although we are not operating in MCO. Any other suggestion?
I think the director fees and the benefits should remain the same. The amount saved on the director fees is just a small amount and cannot help much for the company.
Okay, let us bring this resolution for a vote. If you agree with Mr. Hisham proposed amount, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting, the majority of the director agree with Mr. Hisham's opinion.
Thank you, Ms. Amira. Since the majority of the director agree to reduce the fee and benefit of director by 10%, the latest figure will be shown in notice of AGM to be passed by the member. Let us move to the fifth agenda, which is to discuss the reappointment and fixing fees of auditor. Ms. Amira, could you please explain about the reappointment and of auditor?
Sure. According to Company Act 2016, the director of a public company shall hold office in accordance with the term of his appointment. In the case of reappointment, the auditor shall not cease to hold office at the conclusion at the AGM.
So, I would like to reappoint Deloitte as our auditor in the coming AGM, as we would not want to lose such a professional auditor. If there are any suggestion on this,
Yes, I agree with Chairman. Deloitte is a professional company with much experience in auditing and capable to perform an independent and objective review for our company.
Yes, they are very professional in handling and communicating with their clients. Most of their clients are big companies, so reappointment them as our auditor will benefit our company.
If there is no question, I would like everyone to vote regarding the reappointment of Deloitte as our auditor. If you agree with that, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting or agree to this resolution.
Since all the directors agree with this, then we propose to reappoint Deloitte as our auditor. We will then bring this resolution to the coming AGM. Next issue is payment fee to the auditor. Is there any issue regarding this matter? If not, the fee will remain the same as last year.
I think we just fix the fee payment of the auditor as we have analyzed our fee payment is acceptable in paying Deloitte company for our auditors.
So, if there is no question, I will put the resolution for voting. For those who agree the fees of auditor to remain the same as previous year, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting or agree to this resolution.
Thank you, Ms. Amira. So I declare that the agenda is resolved. Since all the directors agree with this, then we pay the auditor the same amount as last year. In conclusion, in this matter, we will reappoint Deloitte as our auditor and the fee payment to auditor remain the same. Next, we move to our sixth agenda, which is to discuss the authority to issue share for next AGM. Ms. Amira, can you explain more detail about this agenda?
Based on the Company Act 2016, director should not allot share without passing the ordinary resolution. Hence, this resolution may need to be passed in AGM before any action to be taken, as we need to get approval every year from shareholder before any allocation is made.
I propose the authorization to be similar to the previous year. Any question about this?
Dato Danish, may I know if there are any major changes regarding this authorization?
No, Ms. Alina. Generally, for the major component of the authorization, we will remain the same as the previous year. So anyone else has comment about this?
No.
Okay, let's bring to the voting. If you agree with the authorization, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting or agree to this resolution.
So our director has agreed on the authorization, and we will bring this to the coming AGM to get approval for us to do allotment of share. Next resolution is regarding the requisition to remove the director. I have just received the special notice made by Mr. Roslan and Mr. Miss Shazana, which is require the company to remove Dato' Khalid Osman from being as director and appoint Miss Janice Wong as the new director. Ms. Amira, can you explain on the requirement and procedure related to the removal of director?
Sure, Dr. Danish. According to Company Act 2016, the company may remove the director by ordinary resolution at a meeting before the retirement. Special notice is required to remove a director or to appoint another person instead of the director in the same meeting. However, the director shall be given the right to make the oral representation on the resolution to remove him. Therefore, it is legal to remove a director by member without his consent before his retirement, but there is a right for Datuk Khalid to defend himself upon this removal.
Would you like to say something, Dr. Khalid?
Firstly, thanks to Dr. Danish and the fellow directors to give me a chance on this speech. At the moment I received the copy of the special notice, I was a bit shocked and there is no solid reason to support the removal of director. So here I would like to emphasize that during the period I served, I did all of the work with full dedication and transparency at my best. I have never once caused a big problem so as tarnish the reputation of the company. So I would like to ask for your kindness in reviewing this request once again. Thank you.
Thank you, Dato' Khalid, for your speech. I admit the transparency of your work all this while. Ms. Amira, is there any section stated that the removal of director by member need to be supported by any solid reason? For Ms. Janice Wong, does she qualify for being as a director?
No, Dr. Danish, there is no need for solid reason to remove any director. While for Miss Janice Wong, she has made a declaration for being qualified as a director.
Alright, any other suggestion on this matter?
We shall pass this resolution to let the members of the company to decide in the AGM. All the members will make a fair voting in AGM.
Yes, we shall not enjoy the notice of member as they are the key to our company. We shall hear the voice.
Yes, I believe that the members will make the right decision in the AGM.
Alright, then I will prepare the circular to shareholder to defend myself. I believe to shareholders.
Okay, let us bring to the voting. If you agree to pass this resolution, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting, all directors agree with this resolution, so the resolution is passed.
Thank you, Ms. Amira. Since majority of us agree to this resolution, so will we bring this matter to the AGM to the member decide for the removal. Our next agenda is to pass the resolution to hold AGM, approve the notice of AGM, and authorize the secretary to issue the notice. For the date, I would like to suggest our coming AGM to be held on 30 January 2021. Are you all okay with the proposed date?
Sorry, can we change the date from 30th to 28th? Because I can't attend the meeting on that since I have a business trip to Pahang. And I think not only me who couldn't make it because many directors will join the business trip too.
Yes, me too.
Yes, me too.
Our AGM usually held on 28 January every year. Is it appropriate to say the same date with previous year? I'm okay with this date.
Well, I'm also with this date. Next, we need to decide a venue to conduct the meeting. Is it okay if the AGM held in our company, which is located at 14 Jalan Pahlawan Taman Sentosa, Alustah, Kedah Darul Aman?
Okay, no problem.
Okay, no
Okay.
problem.
So, if there are no other question, let us call for a vote. If you agree to hold AGM on 28 January 2021 at the proposed venue, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting, all agree with this resolution.
Okay, so we have passed the resolution to hold the AGM on 28 January 2021 in our company. Next, let us discuss on the notice of AGM. Ms. Amira, can you briefly explain the draft notice of AGM?
Alright, the draft notice of AGM consists of 5 ordinary business and 3 special business. So the total ordinary resolution to be passed in AGM as shown in this slide. Please have a look on the notice and feel free to tell if there is any of amendment. Any amendment needed?
Ms. Amira, kindly have a check and make an amendment on director fees and benefit as we have just agreed on the 10% reduction.
Thank you, Mr. Hisham, for your reminder, and I will take note of it.
Any comment regarding this draft notice of AGM?
No.
No.
Let us call for a vote. If you agree to proceed with this notice of AGM, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting, all agree to this resolution.
Okay, so hereby to approve the notice of AGM, which after the amendment of director fees and benefit, and we also authorize Ms. Amira to issue the notice. we will hold the AGM on 28 January 2021.
Thank you. I will send the notice of AGM to the shareholder electronically and immediately after have done the amendment.
Okay, so now we are coming to our last agenda, which is to discuss the preparation of having virtual AGM. Due to the pandemic COVID-19, I suggest that we change our AGM from physical to virtual. Ms. Amira, can you explain about the virtual AGM?
Thank you, Dr. Danish. Our AGM will be held virtually by block vote. Thus, after the notice of AGM is approved, I will send to the shareholder and ask for the confirmation to attend the AGM and detail of the policy if there any. A link will be sent to them 5 days before AGM with the procedure to join this venture AGM. For now, it is only restricted to 8 people to go to the main venue. This includes chairperson of AGM, chief executive officer, chief financial officer, company secretary, auditor, and those providing audio and visual support for the virtual AGM. Following the previous resolution, the AGM is to be held at 14 Jalan Pahlawan, Taman Sentosa, Alustar, Kedah, Darul Aman on 28 January 2021.
Great. Are there any questions from the floor? No? Let's call for a vote. If you agree with the detail of virtual AGM, please raise up your hand.
Based on the voting, all agree to this resolution.
Okay, so we will proceed with virtual AGM on 28 January 2021 using block vote, and the main venue will be at 14 Jalan Pahlawan, Taman Sentosa, Alustar, Kedah, Darul Aman. Ms. Amira, please make sure we are well prepared for it, especially the procedure to join this virtual AGM, as this is first time of us doing virtual AGM. I think many shareholders might not be clear on it.
Sure.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Amira. I think we can bring this discussion to a close before we end this meeting. Are there any other business to be discussed?
Now,
Great. If we need a board meeting again before AGM, then I will ask Ms. Amira to notify you all.
to all the director, the detail of next meeting will be notified through email if any.
Noted.
Thank you.
Alright. I think we have reached the end of our meeting. Ms. Amira, can you sum up the resolution we have passed today, please?
Yes, of course. We have a total 9 agenda which all agenda has been passed. These include approval of audited financial statement, approval of report related to financial statement, re-election of Datuk Danish and Mr. Razman, the reduction of 10% on fee and benefit of director, reappointment and fixing fee of director, authorization on issue of share, approval on draft notice of AGM unauthorized for Ms. Amira to send the notice, confirmation on detail of virtual AGM, removal of director. Is there any question from the floor?
No.
No.
Thank you, Ms. Amira, for the summary. I am here to declare the board meeting is adjourned. Thank you, everyone, for your cooperation through the meeting. See you in next meeting.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I've been doing too much, I've been running too fast, I've been testing my luck. I've been living cloud nine, I've been at it all night, I've been feeling so loved. I've been waking up lit, I've been making up shit, I've been spilling my guts. I've been feeling so blessed, but stressed all day, so what? I'm living out my dreams like every night.